Okay, so I am really excited just to see what holds true with this video. Basically, I posted this after being on glutathione for 5 months, and right off the bat, I'm already loving just my color. Oh my gosh, everything is so nice and even, and it has that yellowy. I mean, I like yellow undertone. That's just me. Yeah, I'm loving it. Also, like my before pictures before this, like oh, I was so dark. So yeah, this was just I couldn't have hoped for better results after 5 months, but like it was a lot of freaking hard work. So let's go back in time, see what I had to say.
My 5 month glutathione milestone. I'm so excited, though it feels like it's taken for freaking ever to get here. I've been trying not to complain about how long this takes because first off, 5 months is almost 6 months, which is almost half a year. And second of all, no one said this would ever be fast, but it's like when you're actually going through it, it takes for freaking ever. Now there are a lot of people out there who have
Okay, that's kind of funny because, like, to me, when I'm reading it, I'm like, 5 months and my skin looks like this from where I started. Like, that's really freaking good. But it's just funny, like, because the old me is, like, so impatient. But honestly, I couldn't have hoped for better results. So if any of you think 5 months is long, like, get over it. Like, to get to this, I was taking so much. Like, you'd be lucky, basically.
already given up on their skincare journey. There are a lot of people who they either got darker than what they started or like nothing happened at all. So every time that I start to like feel bad about how long this is taking and just having to do the same thing every single day, I just remind myself that I need to be thankful for even getting this far with my results because there are some people who are still looking the same whether they got darker or just like nothing happened at all. So yeah, I need to be more thankful for the situation I'm in because it could be a lot worse. Like someone always has it worse than you do. On most days, it's like don't really notice a difference until going outside. Looking down while I'm outside, that's when I really can see the full depth of my skin. Indoors in low lighting, it's just like, I mean, it looks lighter than what I started, but it isn't that shocking of it.
That's another thing. We have this conversation on Patreon a lot, just like in the messages and stuff like that. A lot of people don't know how far they've come just because they see themselves every single day. It's not until you have to start like buying new makeup, shades, new foundation, stuff like that, that you really can see how far you've came. And for some people, like their face might lighten a little slower. It really just depends.
Difference. For me, my goal is a beigeish yellow, and right now I'm a brownish yellow. So people will start asking me, "Hey, what's your goal? When are you going to start, cutting back on the glutathione?" And I'm going full steam ahead because I'm not at my goal. I'm still more a brownish yellow, and the brown really comes out in like low lighting. So I want it to basically be the color of my face. So it's like I know it's possible because my face is like a few shades lighter than what I am. It's just I don't know how long it took my face to get to this point. I mean, I know for sure my face has got even lighter since the 5 months since I've started, but even when I began, my face was still a few shades lighter than the rest of my body. So I think that had to have been from the tretinoin cream because I did not know that tretinoin bleached skin. It wasn't until I started doing all this research that I found that people use it as a lightening agent. And yeah, unless my facial products like accidentally bleached my towels like my Proactive had, like that's the only indication before I started my skincare journey that some of my products were lightening, my face. But anyways, so now I know that I've been using that cream for who knows how long. It had been like months and months and months because
So what I'm talking about right there is just that for a couple of years I was using the skincare regimen because, as you can see, I've always had acne, and basically it was kind of bleaching my hand towels. I do have the complete list of like all the products that I was using, what I was doing with them. Some of them were supposed to be used as spot treatments. I was using them all over my face, and basically it sucked out the color, and it's been permanent. It has not returned, and that happened, gosh, several years ago. So it is possible. Yeah, it's possible.
my dermatologist had recommended it, and that tube lasts forever. So I don't know how long it's going to take until my body gets there. Though I said yesterday in a reply to someone that if it takes another 5 months until my skin gets to that color, like I'm fine. Like I'll do it. At this point, it's just a game. It's just a patience game. Who can stick with the routine longer? I think there's a lot of people who don't even get this far and already give up, which I don't blame them. I mean, how can you blame them? But for me, it's just like, well, I think sometimes I played down my results to myself because I'm always like, oh, this is taking forever, but in the same breath, like I'm like looking at myself in the mirror like every 10 minutes. And that's only happened since like this last month. Because before, you know, the change in my skin, like it was getting lighter, but I wasn't really like falling in love with the color. Now I'm like freaking over the moon about the color. I love the color. I'm so excited about it. And yeah, just how often I'm looking at it, and usually approvingly. It's usually like not just me like, oh, I don't like it, but it's like, oh my gosh, I've never seen my skin this color before. So yeah, I look at it a lot. So that's how I know that I'm really, really loving the way that I look. I have found that like some days I look more yellowish brown than not. And I think maybe some of it has to do with the licorice that let's focus on the licorice serum that I have. I add this, which I mean it's like dark, and
Oh, that stuff works. That stuff freaking works. You just have to be careful because you can overwork your skin with it. But if you make your own concoction like I did, licorice root definitely lightens topically. And there's even like a tea that you can drink, though I don't know how much that like helps like internally.
it tints whatever lotion you add it to. So the lotion is like a brownish color. I wear this like every day. Sometimes I put it on twice a day, and it's funny because I can't tell the difference of when I'm wearing this and it's on my body. The only time that I see any type of tint is when I put this on like my face. If I do a mask with this on my face, then I see that there's a tint because my face is just so much lighter. You can actually see the brown tint, but on my body, like I said, I wear this all throughout the day and I reapply, and I never notice anything. But people have been using licorice extract for lightening for a long, 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 long time. Some people say it's the best natural lightener, I guess, for topicals. As far as natural goes, I'm sure that there's other stuff that's stronger that isn't, but yeah, I really like it. I feel like it's been working, but I've only been putting it all over my body for the past maybe 1 to 2 weeks. I wish I would have wrote down when exactly I started, because I hadn't, right when I bought it, I hadn't been putting it on every day in my lotion because I was kind of nervous to try it. I didn't know how strong it was going to be, but yeah, recently I've been putting it on just all the time, just everywhere. Also the liquid chlorophyll, that dark green serum, I know that oxidizes blood too, so that could be giving me more of a yellowish tint, because like yeah, some days I feel like
that 100% gives a yellowish tint. I've been using liquid chlorophyll for like almost 8 years now, which is insane. Like when I discovered it, I've never gone back. But depending on how much you use, it basically works like overnight. It's something where you can see results within like 12 hours. The only thing is like as soon as you stop using it, you go back. So just keep that in mind. As soon as it's like out of your blood system, which could take like 1 to 2 days, then you know you won't have that yellow undertone.
Yellow undertones come out really vibrant, and then some days I feel like it's not as vibrant. But yeah, you know, it could be a change in the time of day when I'm going outside and the lighting is different. That brings out more yellow than not. But I was comparing 3 months ago, so June, to when I was going outside, which I wish I had taken more outside video. June was the first time I did outside video. And so I was comparing that to right now, and I can definitely see a difference. And someone pointed out that.
Oh, do you guys see that spot? That spot is where I overworked my skin with the licorice root.
I look more pinkish brown in there, and like I don't know, like on a spectrum, what colors our bodies are supposed to go through when we're lightening. But yeah, I noticed that too. So it looks like I'm going from like a reddish brown to where I went in June I was a pinkish brown, and then you know, you see the video on the left is, you know, the newer video, and now it's like a yellowish brown. So my goal is to get to a beigeish yellow, so color of my face. I'm really lucky to even have the before pictures that I do have, especially the one where I'm in the bikini, because that's literally taking outside at the beach with like the rear facing camera by someone else, and that's really one of the best pictures I have of myself. I'm usually, when it comes to like the pictures, I'm usually the person who's like running away from the picture, or who's just like, oh, I'll take the picture so I can get out of it. So it really sucks because then like I'm scrounging for any pictures that I have from my past that show my skin tone, and the majority of these pictures are either they had like maybe a Snapchat filter, or it had been color corrected. Like I had messed with the exposure to bring up the exposure so, you know, you could see my features more. So it's like I barely have anything. I wish I would have taken more video outdoors when I first started, because June is the first time that I went outside and I took that video where I'm in this pretty much the same getup. I just like dug it back out. I think the top is just slightly different, but that was really the first time, and so I wish I had more. So yeah, so I could compare more outdoor, because when I started this, I'd been all of my videos up until this week had been either filmed in this room but with no lights on, and just like there's one window in this room, and I never wanted to sit directly in front of it because I didn't want things to look like washed out. And so anyways, I mean, the lighting kind of looks okay, but there definitely is some like variation in it along from like when I started first doing my videos. So it's like actual pictures of me outdoors or video of me outdoors is really the only time I can like truly see my skin tone. So yeah, but I don't know, I guess I should just be happy that I'm even doing this much. Because you know there could be nothing. So there's that. It's hard to commit to something when it takes so long to even see if it's working. There's tons of YouTubers on here with tons of different starting points, like from dark to like a reddish brown, I mean, and everywhere in between. And most of them have been successful in getting like to a light like beige or yellowish beige. Like they had great success with it. So for those of you who are starting your journey, maybe now that you've seen like all like of the mistakes and the steps that I've gone through, not saying you have to start like a YouTube video where like you're talking and all that, because like that does take time to make these videos, but maybe just like make like a slideshow of your skin outdoors, or make like a slideshow of like different skin lightening regimens that you're doing, because I feel like everyone's regimen is a little different and it's tailored to them. So it's just nice to have more information so people can just try new things, because I feel like there are some people who can probably lighten quicker than I have, because I've made some.
That is so true, guys. Especially on Patreon. Like, I have people who are jumping like 3 shades. Like, I don't know. Everyone's skin, like, some people's skin, I feel like is more resistant, but also depending on what country you're in, what products you can get a hold of, it's so different. I don't know. I'm waiting on SHC glutathione to send me basically it's an arbutin and what is it? Arbutin and kojic acid lotion, and I'm thinking it's going to be pretty strong. Obviously here in the States, like there's not really like a brand where you can just get arbutin and kojic acid lotion. You know what I mean? Like it's to find this stuff, it's kind of hard.
Choices that just didn't really help me at all. Some choices that kind of like put me back a little bit. So I definitely feel like there's some people who can lighten up a little quicker or get to a different undertone by this point, by this 5-month mark, than I did. Right now, I'm trying to figure out, because like this past month in particular, I've been doing nothing but rectal implants, just tons and tons of rectal implants. I did kind of change it. The only thing's different, I'm still taking 6,000 milligrams, but instead of taking it 3 times a day, I just have it 2 times a day. So there's one dose where I'm taking 4,000 milligrams, and there's another where I'm taking 2,000 milligrams. This entire month, I've been taking only 1,400 milligrams of vitamin C. And yeah, as far as glutathione and vitamin C, those are the only changes. If I was starting over tomorrow from like my start point, which oh my god, I never want to go back there. Like I'm so hooked on this, I'm never stopping, I'm never going back to my old skin, because even though I'm not to my goal, I still love the way my skin looks. Like this is still skin that I've never had in my life, so I'm gassed. I'm not gonna lie. I really do like the way my skin is looking. But if I had to start from that start point, which I'm never stopping, but if I had to start back, I think I would still do it the 3 times a day. I wouldn't take the risk and do it 2 times a day, just since I'm getting so far up there with just taking this every single day. As far as like my glutathione supplies, I feel like the supplies are definitely higher than what they were when I started, but I feel like I can take risks and I can take it just 2 times a day. I had to delete some space on my camera. But yeah, if I was like starting all the way over from the beginning, I think I would just do it the way everyone recommends doing it. So 3 times a day, just to give my my body time to actually process the 2,000 milligrams of glutathione at a time. Because if you take it all at once, you risk just peeing it back out. So there's that. I definitely need to make an updated MSM video, because I have been doing something different with the MSM, though my dosages stay the same. There's a lot of things that can go wrong with MSM. MSM is like a pain in the butt. Breakouts are one thing. Miss one day of not drinking enough water and your MSM pimples will come back. So it's like, it does wonders for skin, but it can also wreck your skin if you're not doing what you're supposed to be doing with it. So just keep that in mind. So it's been 5 months for me for glutathione, but 4 months for MSM, and yeah, I still make mistakes with the MSM. But so that's that. I think that's all I have to say about the 5-month milestone. I'm hoping by the end of October to have more of this brown gone. So to be more the beige yellow. But we'll see. If it takes another 5 months, I'm down for it. I already believe in this, so it's nothing to me to keep on doing it. So we will see. If you guys want to be added to the email list.
Okay. So I think by the time I hit 8 to 9 months, like it was insane. It was definitely the lightest I've ever been. And sadly, doing the rectal syringes 3 times a day, it's easier if you're working from home. Right now I'm not anymore working from home, so it's just like that was way too high maintenance. So obviously, like I got burnt out, y'all. I got so burnt out. So it just depends. And then I've had some years where I had to be outside more, and so that would set me back. And there's so much that would change. So it's like if you're in a spot where you can control your surroundings more, if it's easier for you to do rectal syringes, then go for it. But it's like, I'm just thinking about like my lifestyle right now. It's like rectal syringes 3 times a day. I could never. But then I'm looking at my results and it's like, dang, maybe you have to be that extreme to get those results. And I'm just gonna leave it at that.